I kind of want to do this video about prayer, because I feel like prayer is something that we all like hear about, and we kind of know something about it, and we all kind of use it because it's easy. Like, oh, I can just close my eyes and talk. Like, that's easy. But some people may not know like what to say, or maybe what to pray for, or I guess how to pray. In essence, some people may not know how to pray. I know for me, when I was little, prayer was just like, oh, I don't want to get a whooping, so I'm about to pray to God that I don't get a whooping. And he used to come through. God used to come through. I was happy about that. But I didn't know really what prayer was. Like, I thought prayer was, okay, you just ask God for something and he do it. That's what it was. And a lot of people, I feel like even adults feel like that's how prayer works, and that's not how prayer works. And I used to wonder, like, why, at Thanksgiving and stuff, when one of your uncles go to praying and they taking like an hour to pray, like, why are you taking so long talking to yourself, basically? But the more that I like get stronger in the faith, and the more like reading the Bible and things like that, and listening to sermons, you realize that there is so much that you could be sitting there talking to God about. Like, I'm telling you, so I try to pray in the morning. I definitely remember to pray when I eat now. I fell off. I used to not pray before I eat, but now definitely pray before I eat. And then I pray at night. And speaking to my mom was telling me, like, when I was telling her that I had a breakthrough and I wanted to get back into God and stuff like that, she was like, okay, some people pray, like, get on their knees and pray. That's common. That's what you see. But she was like, some other people, like, lay down. So, like, they're, like flat down on the ground, face on the ground, or everything. And so you are truly, like, being submissive, like, because we're supposed to be humble when we come to God. And by humble, that means you are, like, low, at the lowest level. And so I do that personally. I have a yoga mat, and so I lay on my yoga mat at night, and I just sit there and I talk to God, literally. And so praying to God is so much more, like I said, than just asking him to do stuff for you. When you go to pray to God, like, you should be thanking him for everything that you can imagine, thanking him for that, praying for people that you don't even know for, just like, I'm just make it a general thing, like, God, I'm just praying that for whoever is in need of prayer, that this prayer touches them. That's important for me. So praying for those that I don't know what they're in need of, or who's in need, kind of making that general prayer, like an umbrella prayer. Praying for your friends, praying for your family, praying that, thanking God for waking up this morning. Like I said, it's so much that we need to thank God for, that it would take 500 years to sit there and pray. And I'm not Paul. Paul used to pray every 2 seconds throughout the day. So I just pray. I say, God, thank you for what you've given me and what I remember to thank you for. Thank you for the big things. Thank you for the small things, and thank you for the things that I don't think I need to thank you for, or that I'm not even realizing that I should be grateful for. Thank you for that, because that is so often, like, we forget, like, because it's so normal. Oh, I got a car to drive, I got food to eat, I got money, I got good health, I got things like that. You don't even think to be thankful for, but you need to be thankful for all these things, because God is giving you this, and he don't have to, like, literally breathing right now and stuff. Like, you need to be thankful for, because he don't have to do that at any second. He could just end it all. So remember to thank him. That's so important. And I try to start off my prayers with thanking first. It's like, before I go to begging, let me thank you for what you did so far. So I think that's so important, to thank him first for as many things as you think you can thank him for. You don't have to say it like mine, but just remember to thank him for all these things that you may not remember to thank him for. So thanking him, and then asking what you need to ask for, what's been on your heart and stuff like that. And like I said, praying for others, and hopefully that it reaches those people that it needs to. Also, I've learned, like, listening to sermons and stuff, that you need to thank God for stuff that you want to happen. So it's a way of showing faith. That's a way of building your faith. If you ever heard the Marvin Sapp song, Praise Him in Advance, it sounds crazy, but thanking God for something that you want to happen is putting that faith out there. You're showing God, like, look, I already have faith in you. I already know what's going to happen. Like, thanking God already for my medical school degree, and thanking God already for my husband, and thanking God already for stuff, and believing in stuff before it even happens is just showing how strong your faith is, and showing God, like, God's like, okay, cool. So you really think, it's going to happen? Okay, that's cool. You got faith in me. I like that. So thanking him in advance in your prayers and saying that, like literally, Lord, I thank you for blah, 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 before it even happens, instead of asking for it, that's truly showing that you have faith and believe in it. Not just saying it in prayer, but believing what you're saying too. It's showing him that, okay, you really got faith. This person really has faith. Okay, I know that I can, they're going to get what they're seeking because, they have faith. And so that's important to have faith, and you can show that through your prayer as well. And also, I would say being transparent. That's something I had to learn, to be transparent with God, because it just seems so crazy. Because it's like, how y'all gonna tell me in church and stuff that God can see everything and he knows everything, but I have to tell him everything that I'm experiencing, everything I'm struggling with, and everything I'm going through? Like, why do I need to say it? God, you already know everything that's happening. But it's so important to be transparent. Like, I'm pretty casual when I talk to God, and everybody's different with their, how they speak to God and stuff. I'm pretty casual because that's me. But I'm like, listen, God, you already know what I'm going through, so let me tell you what's up. Like, and I tell him what's happening. And that's just like I said, that's just my relationship with God. And everybody's different. Some people see him as, like, okay, he's authoritarian. He's like my parent. I'm going to tell him, the situation and give him a whole Excel sheet and stuff like that. But that's not me. That's just not how I am. But being transparent is literally telling him, like, listen, God, I feel like I'm battling with this, or I know that I'm going through this, or God, I know I did this and I shouldn't have, and stuff like that. And you might feel like, oh, I'm being a disappointment and stuff, but no, that's what he is seeking. He wants you to confide in him and tell him everything and allow him to take control. Present everything that you're struggling with, everything that you are battling with, everything. Present that to him. Give it to him. And that's how you give it to him, by saying it out loud and saying it to him. Is so important. And that's the transparency that is important to have. And the amazing part of just being transparent with God allows you to be transparent with everyone around you. Like, my mother and I's relationship has, exponentially gotten better just from me being more transparent with God, and my relationship with my friends and things like that, and just strangers and stuff. Being transparent with him has allowed me to be transparent with others and all of my other relationships, and it has made them so much better. So that's another thing I would say, is be transparent with God in your conversations with him when you pray. Not just making it about asking him to do something for you, but thanking him for these things and tell him what's going on. Like, talking to him like a homegirl or a homeboy. Like, it's telling him what's happening in your life. You may think he knows it, but that's just like parents and stuff and teaching stuff. They may think, you know that they know it, or they may know something that's happening, but they still want to hear it. Like, it feels good to hear you. This person has come to me and told me. They knew I might have known it already, but they wanted to make sure that I knew. And that's why it's so important to be transparent with him. So anyway, I'll probably talk about this some more, but comment below with anything you have to say about it, or any questions you may have about prayer, or how I pray, or whatever. Questions below. Subscribe to the channel if you feel like this is interesting content and something you want to keep seeing, as well as sharing this with others so people can know just these things that we need to talk about. So thanks, y'all.